Hello everyone and welcome to ZSR Main. Tonight we've got another match of the Link to the Past Randomizer Challenge Cup 2024 here. We have a match in Group F between Echo and Amarith. I'm starting with me on comms tonight is Pixcalibur. How are you doing?
Doing pretty good. It's early evening here, but excited to get to see some ALttPR race action here.
Yep, we've got ourselves an interesting matchup here. This is open, so regular old standard, nothing crazy. No key sanity, no entrance random, nothing like that. Just collect your items, beat 7 crystals, and go beat GT and Ganon.
It's just just standard 7-7. Now this one doesn't mean that this is going to be easy. I mean, I've seen a lot of open seeds that end up being total chaos of last locations on everything, but we'll see what this one shows our runners here.
Yep. And this is a match with this is a group one of the last outstanding groups in the Challenge Cup here. IB Karma went 6-0 in this group. I actually double checked because again the race time because challenge is a little out of date. But Amarith won game 1 against Echo earlier today. So Echo is currently 0-5. Amarith did actually also win game 1 against Crazed Gamer yesterday evening. So Amarith is currently 2-2, as is Crazed. If Amarith loses this race, then she has to. Well, things get interesting essentially with tie breaks, depending on whether Amarith wins or loses this race, and then depending on Amarith versus Crazed game 2, which is going to be tomorrow, because there's some interesting implications still for this group as to who makes second, as it is top 2 who move on, and we are off. Heart Piece in Link's house in the glove and sank. Great Pendant Eastern, I think that was a Pendant Heron. I didn't catch Desert, which is Red Crystal. Thanks, Echo.
So two vanilla pendants actually. I was almost thinking, hey, maybe we got 3 pendants because I've never seen that before.
Not quite, but very close. Because the Red Pendant Hera, you're right, is in fact vanilla, as is Green Pendant Eastern. Let's see. We obviously have a Fox Link sprite for Echo. Do you recognize what Amarith's using?
No, I'm not sure. Not sure what that one is.
Me neither. We do have a Palette Shuffle in the 8 Big Band MSU for Echo, and that is the Octopath Traveler MSU for Amarith. And a bottle there in the Uncle Chest is also a nice find. Can turn Sick Kid in it with the rest of CAC, which is one less thing to worry about.
Okay, so Lumberjack, not gonna care about that today. That was 300 rupees, so yeah, it's probably gonna find enough money elsewhere.
Yeah, the game, it is impossible to hard acquire Akka for 300 rupees. It might suck to grind rupees, but you will not have to do that. There are other sources of money in the game, as we get a Blue Mail in Lost Woods, which you can complain about.
I mean, given that there's already a glove, I mean, you got outside of the desert, which is, I mean, it's 50 rupees at a time. That doesn't take too long to grind up money if needed.
True. As we have an interesting pair of save quits, Amarith considering doing Bomb Escape and deciding, let's go elsewhere with that glove and bottle, probably. And Echo, having found no bombs and no money, decides to save quit to Link's house from Lost Woods and approach CAC from the south, so you can get a chance at these 50-50 bushes.
And
Amarith realizing she also has no.
Yeah.
I know Amarith has no bombs. I thought that read 8 bombs, but no, that's just the font of the game HUD being weird. Yeah, Amarith couldn't do escape because of no bombs, and she couldn't do the back of escape there either. Right. Oops.
Okay, Echo. Ooh, that's a nice double on that 50-50 draw there.
Yep. So he's gonna do. So they're going to do race game and then approach CAC from the south. Amarith's gonna head over from the northern side. Race game is first sword.
Alright, so library got. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Keep
fetch
that
quest chain.
keep that in mind there. So it's a shovel in the library.
An item to find, although not necessarily one you wanted per se, but that's, yeah. Yeah, it could be a fun little troll for later.
Yeah, or at least that wasn't on lumberjack. That's probably one of the worst things to find on lumberjack. It's either like mushroom or shovel, because you'll never know what it will turn into.
Or the powder, yeah, just the one item fetch quests. And some bombs in the chicken hunt there for Echo. It is nice, only had 2 bombs and doesn't have a lot of money to purchase more. Amarith is trying and failing to farm things here off the rocks. There we go. We've got red mail 5 minutes in.
Yeah, that might be a little issue for any death warping, and hopefully find a mirror. Okay, so we got bottle. So that's a sick kit check. Let's see. Oh, lamp. Okay, that's almost Aga access, I guess. Let's see. Flippers, hammer. Ooh, okay. So Kakariko's kind of stacked today.
Oh geez, yep, that is one stacked cack. Just to go pick up the everything, including Quake as well, just because why not, I suppose, at this rate.
Okay, that actually might be a
Hibiscus.
good thing for Amarith to see is a sick kid with bombs.
Oh yeah, that would actually be quite helpful because Amarith is out again. Upper's hammer and uh, Upper's hammer and that bottle for Echo and Blind's Hut, as well as this Quake. Was this Blind's Hut 4 out of 5 major items actually?
Let's see. So it was Flipper's hammer, Quake.
I thought there was a bottle in there too, although might have lost track of it.
I think that was in the well,
Ah, okay.
at the
Lost
back
track
of the well.
which. Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
I think the first 2 items were just consumables, and then the other stuff was all the good stuff.
Ah, okay, yeah. Without the bottle, look, mix up which 5 item check the bottle was in. Speaking of bottles, Echo going back in the well just briefly to get a smidge more money from the bottle vendor. And, well, 100 rupee shield.
Okay, 100 rupee shield. 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 100 rupee Alright, so on Echo's side, now we've got the backup escape, and we happen to find a small key here that will be convenient. You might as well just take that to the
No,
whole front.
unfortunately, Amarith saw that in the
Sword.
first chest of the front.
Oh, okay. Oh, got a sword at least, so that's good. Oh yeah, the sword.
You were suggesting Aga
Oh
earlier.
yeah.
I'm not so
Whoop.
sure about
Oh yeah,
that.
whoopsies.
We do already have a hammer and a glove, to be fair, but that opens up Pyramid Ledge as an option for our Moon Pearl. I do find it interesting that Echo is going to go for Uncle and presumably Front of Escape here, since Aga's a possibility, but it's slow and you have Eastern and actually no, in logic, a couple of mountain checks and the Zora area too with flippers. There's quite a bit open to our runners here for this Moon Pearl. Then again, Eastern and Harem are both pendants, which might be a factor in the decision too.
Yeah, I'd probably at least scout Saha, the closet. I mean, that's a few quick checks. Let's see. I mean, Mountain, you can at least get the start point. Get something there. Maybe find a mirror. Get you more checks. Dark Crosses in Logic. May actually do that first. No, I'm gonna do the front. I was thinking I just do the front, Dark Cross, and then go. Well, actually, it's gonna be bad either way. Death Weapon's gonna be really bad here. Well, actually, no, the Green Knight is actually not that bad. Actually, it's just constant damage.
Yeah, that's okay. And Amarith is, having picked up the small key from the front earlier, is going to go and reverse the escape to pick up the Dark Cross item here. And 10 arrows. Alright. I don't believe we've seen the map in Escape. So there's, I think, one item left here for Echo, as Amarith heads for South Shore, which is a whole bunch more checks I forgot to mention earlier. I think if I've been counting, that's a map in Zelda Cell, but I might be wrong. Moon Pearl's in the dam.
Okay, so now we got our Dark World package. So yeah, so Aga 1, yeah, we're not gonna deal with that.
No, that is completely dead at this point. And yep, I haven't gone crazy. That was in fact a map on Zelda Cell. 20 bucks on the underwater heart piece by the dam. Amarith did pick that up, probably thinking about Zora. Trying the stun prize and getting just 10 arrows, which is not worth it. Stun prize or packs. Either way, not much help.
Yeah, I haven't really seen that. They're throwing the fish in and see what you get for that.
Yeah, me neither, but
yeah, I don't think Zora is gonna be a factor unless they pick up a couple of like 300s, like very
here,
quick
yeah.
or something. Okay, blue boomerang. Okay, more bombs. That's fine.
20 bucks is not the money we were wanting. More bombs. And okay.
Well, that's full logic. Eastern. Well,
I'm
given
not
it's
sure
only
you want Pendant Eastern, but it is fully in logic.
I mean, it is green pendant, and I'd be laughing if it ends up being like vanilla boots or something.
That would be really interesting, and that's a choice that we're gonna see our runners make, because they have a lot of Dark World open too. But at the same time, it is tempting, I think, if you go over to Saha for the 3 checks, maybe like an Eastern, I don't know. Amarith is gonna go straight to the Zora area checks, gonna do Hobo check like Hylia Island and Waterfall Ferry. Chat commenting on Amarith's MSU. This is the Octopath Traveler MSU, which is a personal favorite as well. It's quite a good one. Where's Echo going?
Okay,
No,
Dark
straight to
World.
Hype
Okay,
Cave.
alright, so
Next.
that's fine.
Yeah, I suppose that's 5 quick checks. So it's that versus Mini Moldorm Cave, I guess. Let's see. TR is our last pendant, and Thieves' 10 is our other red crystal. Which, that's interesting as pendant layouts go. Eastern Hera TR.
Probably hoping you don't see the ice rod at this point. You
For
never
sure.
want to risk opening up. Okay, mushroom. The other boomerang. Okay. Nope, nothing much in Hype Cave there. Besides
No,
that
not
mushroom.
really.
Just that mushroom.
Unless the mushroom is useful, then that'll be somewhat nice. But otherwise, yeah, I don't think we like that hype game very much. Let's see. I'm gonna head over to Stumpy and dig game for Echo. Waterfall Fairy giving us a green potion and some health. You know, for all that we've gotten we've gotten both meal upgrades already, we're very, very poor and we have no health. 50 rupees. Yeah, that's not gonna solve any money problem, sadly, on Zora Ledge. Amarith's taking a look for a second and realizing, yeah, it's not worth it.
I mean, had that been a 300, you maybe could plan that a little bit, but yeah, it's not going to work to anything. And looking like Amarith's going to be joining the Dark World, going to Hype Cave herself. Dig game, what do we got here?
A lot of digs for starters.
So we're at 14, 15, nope.
16, 17, 18,
19, 20. 20 digs for nothing. Yeah, okay. Just maybe the bigger things just dig for money. Yeah, no.
They are a little short on money for chess game, admittedly. But this is going to be heading over to Village of Outcasts for Echo, which is more overall check. Steve's is a crystal. Might as well just do some progression here. Yes. Where's Amarith going?
Not really sure because I mean you got the hammer. You don't need to swim all the way around.
Yeah.
Or
I'm not sure why, but she's going the very long.
Huh.
Oh, she's taking this portal, which. Oh, this is an interesting catfish route.
Huh.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
I mean, I thought it would have just gone from Hype Cave straight to like Pyramid and stuff.
Apparently not. Okay. This is. Okay, we'll see if this pays off. Honestly, not sure what to make of this point otherwise. Chess game, just another heart piece. $300.
You know what? Yeah, that's not bad. We'll take it. Really short on cash here anyway.
You know, if Amarith had just a little bit of extra money in the mirror, that actually would have worked out nicely for Zora routing, but not quite. I think she's now going to walk it down to Pyramid Ledge into maybe Pod, actually, because that's full clearable, I realize, as we get a cape in the C-shaped house.
Yeah, I was kind of noticing. I was like, well, that does give a little bit of insurance in terms of money in case something goes wrong, but plenty of money for a Pod now. Echo into Thieves Town, which is full clearable. Yeah, got the hammer, so full clearable.
The compass in the first chest, and Pyramid Ledge, just another heart piece. Just heart container number 5 for Amarith, which might have realized that and wanted a bit of extra health for safety. Has red mail, but Mantis Sword no half magic and heading for Helma, so maybe wanted a little bit of extra health as we get the big key for Echo. Both keys and the compass in the front, so there's the map and 3 more items in the back?
Yeah, it's only got 1 in the front. That's full clearable. It's a red crystal, so just you may as well just clear that out.
Yeah. Pod equally full clearable with a bow, hammer, and lamp, fully in logic, so just progression on both sides, pretty typical in a seed like this where you've got a bunch of items early, so you go clear your progression since you need to do so anyway. And there's the map, which means all remaining checks in Thieves Town will be items.
Yeah, I'm like listening to Amarith's MSUs. Like, it's really a kind of a serene music, just nice quiet music to listen to, or peaceful music.
Oh, this particular track is, although there are some awesome themes. The boss music for this MSU is absolutely fantastic. We'll get to hear in a few minutes on Helma. Again, for those unfamiliar, that is the Octopath Traveler MSU. Echo is using the 8-bit Big Band MSU. Both very good ones. I've heard both several times each. Although I think the Octopath especially is one of my favorites. Still need to play the vanilla game sometime. I've heard it's quite good, but yeah.
So the maiden cell with sank heart. Otherwise, not much so far. Still have 1 item on blind.
1 item and a first red crystal. Amarith found a bunch of keys in the map in the front of Pod as usual, so most of the items will be in the back. I think it was $20 on Stouthouse chest, so yeah, that had to be a key on the ledge. she doesn't really like me. Line down for Echo. And both remaining keys in Pond in the U room, which means all remaining checks are items. We've got Harmless Hellway, Two in the Maze, Big Chest, and Helma. Well, actually, no, I think we're missing the compass, so one item. So, yeah, compass and items. There's a... I'm not sure I want to see a mirror here, honestly, for Amarith.
Though that's actually, I think, pretty good timing for that mirror, and you don't have to death warp out of the dark maze anymore. That's just a free exit.
I mean, yes. The problem is Easter is now entirely available and very accessible.
We'll see if she is. Will she be tempted to do Green Pendant Eastern?
But she has other things to do. Half of Swamp is now available. She's got all of Thieves Town and a bunch of overworld checks. But on the other hand, you're also right here. Eastern is the Green Pendant, which makes it 4 items. So that's why I'm not entirely sure I would have been happy to see that mirror in Amarith's situation. No, the boat was in Muddy Moldorm Cave. Which reminds me that Echo went straight to the Dark World in Hype Cave after getting the Moon Pearl from the dam, so he doesn't have that bow yet. He does actually have enough money where if he had the mirror, he would have been able to route Catfish and Zora together because of the $50 on Zora Ledge, but not happening either. Zora is just going to be a bit orphan for both runners.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's even gonna get them to that check. That's really close to last location at this point.
There's really no way to route it in. No easy way to route it in, at least. Safe quit for Echo. We'll see where he's off to. Safe quitting to Link's house. Well, actually, I'm actually not sure what Echo's pronouns are. I forgot to ask. It looks like they are heading for south right now, so this should be the bow in short order, speaking of.
I mean, well, Mini Moldorm Cave isn't too far off from Zora, but it's still a little bit of a trip because you gotta actually loop around. I don't think we're gonna get enough money in here, so unless
No.
I don't know if they've done Ice Rock Cave yet.
No, Echo hasn't done Ice Rod Cave. And I mentioned earlier how I love the boss theme for this MSU. Here it is. Fight there, took a bit of damage, but does get it done. Sorry, I'm quite a fan of this particular embassy.
It's good music.
It is.
Okay, so let's see what Amarith wants to do next. No, not tempted by that mirror to go into Eastern. You're gonna have other stuff to do, like you said.
He's going to check Sahasad, I'd imagine, here with this mirror.
Yeah, I mean, this is just quick checks here.
Yeah. fire rod in here. Interesting.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna divert from Pendant Eastern play here, because that will open up, let's see, Skull Woods. That's fair game.
Oh yeah, I imagine. Oops, sorry, hit my mic. I imagine Amarith's gonna head over to Skullwood Steve's Town of the Village of Outcasts now with these items. And I haven't commented on this yet, but Echo does have Palette Shuffle on, in case you're wondering why Hyrule's water looks rather green today. No, we're gonna see a lot new from either runner, I guess, at this point right now. We haven't seen Skullwoods, it is 2 items. And aside from that, it's just gonna be mostly checks we've seen from the other runner for the moment. I think Echo's next new check is going to be Zora, actually, because I think they're gonna head that way here with the water checks.
I mean, to be fair, there's not that much that's unique. Oh no, okay, Amarith is going into Skullwood, so we're going to get some new checks. Because we got that, you got Zora, Eastern, Hookless Swamp. That never feels appetizing to anyone to do that.
No, Hookless Swamp. We do have a decent amount of the mountain open with that mirror, although I'm not sure Petted Hair is that much more appealing either.
But that does give East Death Mountain, so that may tempt a little more.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, and Zora's a scam, just a heart container, which is good for Amarith.
500 bucks for, yeah, that's not much, and the problems that takes out Pod as an option. Have to go grind money. I think Saw's Closet has 100, so that gets. Oh, hey, the stun price is at $20. Okay, so Echo's totally exploiting that.
Yep. And next, sticking up since we have hit the half-hour mark, we're gonna switch up the MSU a bit. Time to listen. Got the 8-bit Big Band MSU for them. So a bit of also a banger here. And Compass for Amarith. Still no items here in Skull Woods, I think.
Gonna have to see how many of these I might recognize. Okay, this one I believe I do recognize. That's the moon theme, I believe.
No, I'm afraid I've got no idea. I just remember hear this MSU from hearing it before. Yeah, Echo doing Saha's Hut before, Todd hoping it might have something useful. We'll see if he ends up going back to Eastern after the mirror, but I don't know. Because especially for him, they've already done the Thieves Town checks, as Amarith needs to be a little careful here on Moth.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's fairy. Well, bottle fairy, so that's not a problem.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw that. It's like, yeah, no, you're not gonna use the fairy. Just just leave it there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this fight gets really rough. There we go.
Yeah. for sure. And
Ooh.
okay,
Oh,
that's desert access.
okay. No, that's actually very convenient. She might actually just check ped here, right here.
Also, yeah, that's a good idea. Might as well. Really, TR is a pendant, so there's not a lot that could be behind the pet, but we might have, what, Hookshot could be there, could have a flute on there with that book. And nope, Amarith is just going to skip.
Yeah, so let's see, Hookshot, you got flute, one of the other medallions for Meyer access.
Oh, good point.
Boots.
Could have a pair of boots, yeah. Nope, Amarith thinking probably that it is unlikely for there to be something on pet is going to skip it. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite. It usually isn't required, especially because TR is a relatively high item requirement dungeon. But every once in a while the game says nope. I think these are... Okay, no, that's a map. So there was one item in Skullwoods I miscounted earlier, and there's, I think, one left here for Amarith. Oh wait, never mind. The book was the first item. Duh. And $300. Graveyard Ledge is going to be a new check for Amarith. Echo came over this way earlier from the Thief Town Skullwoods, that's how they got here, but Echo obviously didn't have the mirror then, still doesn't have it now, although they're about to pick it up in the next couple minutes. This is going to be a tricky check for Echo to route in if it's required here on Graveyard Ledge.
Yeah, this one's fairly isolated. Amarith might actually route Mushroom in as well. Close enough to take a look at that.
She could, yeah, with that mirror.
Nope, looks like probably just going to Village at this point.
Also an understandable play, just gonna go back and go to Thieves Town here for progression. Thieves Town will be her first of 2 red crystals. We do actually have Pyramid Fairy accessible now. And again, just seeing more of the same checks from both runners. Running gradually out of checks in the game in general that neither have done. Bulk of the remaining is, I believe, just on the mountain.
Yeah, so at this point, yeah, desert. Desert's open. Part of swamp.
Desert, swamp, eastern. Desert's what? Basically... Functionally, it's actually 6 items. They're just kind of 6 slow items, because that's the 2 items in Desert. Desert Legigina and Pyramid Fairy is 6. Eastern is 4 with a green pendant. And Swamp is depending on the item layout.
Yeah, so I don't think anybody's even done Old Man Rescue yet, or yeah, anything with Mountain. So that's that's actually a A lot of checks, actually.
Old Man, Inspec Rock, On-Spec Rock, Spike Cave is accessible if you've got a cave in bottles. Aether Tablets, 2 checks in Hera. 7 checks in Paradox. Plus Spiral Cave, I think that's 15 checks. 15 items there. Which is about as much checks as everything else put together, honestly, and then some.
Gotta be thinking one of them's gonna be considering mountain after this, just yeah, for density.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Because you'd like to route Mire and Desert together if you can find a flute. You don't really want to dip Pen and Eastern, I think, although that might be something Echo will consider after Pod here. I certainly don't think Amarith's going at the moment. And Goodfellas Swamp just is not anybody's idea of fun ever, basically.
That's probably gonna be like a last ditch. You find a vanilla hook shot. That can be kind of rude.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we're short mitts for access to... We don't have mitts for ice, we don't have mitts for TR for that matter, or Darkness Mountain. We're short a hookshot for Swamp. And we don't have a flute for Mire either. Possibly missing Medallion, and we are obviously don't have hookshot or boots for Mire once we get in the door. Wouldn't say it's a particularly terrible seed as open seeds go, but also not terribly fast, just this is a seed, I guess. And what item do you think would you like our runners to get in next picks?
For progression.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So I'm probably gonna think about something on mountain just for density. They probably would want boots just for speed, travel time.
It's don't open much though, is the issue.
Yeah. There's still a lot of items. They probably don't want to see Ice Rod at all. But something like, you know, hook shot. I mean, flute at this point isn't going to be of any use. So it might end up just
our
being...
next item's probably hookshot or
yeah.
mitts.
Yeah, maybe boots. Yeah, hook shot or mitts would open up. Fucking opens up like Smith Chain, ice.
Darkness Mountain.
Yeah.
Alright, simultaneous boss kills for both runners. That is Crystal 3 for Amarith, Crystal 2 for Echo.
Okay, Echo is going to take a Green Pendant Eastern dive here, so this will be interesting if something is in here.
For sure. I think this is a play of a, I'm here, I'm starting to run out of checks, and this could be the way to break open the seed.
Oh yes, we're going to need. We're gonna need that. So yes, pendant Eastern dip is gonna be required.
Oh yeah, we very much need that cane. Can't beat mine without it. So that is a big find for Echo here.
I mean, if something like hookshot boots also comes out of Eastern, that's could be pretty big for Echo because that could start building up an advantage with opening up checks like Swamp. I mean, the Red Cane at this point doesn't do anything on its own right now. Still need other stuff to make it work, but when that stuff comes along, then that might be a bit of an advantage.
Yeah, for sure. I guess we're gonna see Babo's Tail for Amarith, which I'll be honest, I forgot existed.
Alright, this should be Bombos into Desert Play. That's reasonable.
Makes sense.
Bombo, okay, nothing there.
Vanilla Big Key and Eastern for Echo. I've admittedly not been counting items here in Eastern, but, so I'm not sure how many we've got left. We do have a hurt piece here. I think even if this were supposed to be the map or compass on the boss, you might just clear it for the green pendant so you don't have to come back ever. Inner Tracker Lady Lord, confirming that is all the items in Eastern, thank you.
I mean, when Echo goes to do Skull Woods, we can get that book and may actually just scout the pedestal. Because if Because if that's in play, hey, I cleared a pendant already. Now I know I have to clear the others if there's something on it.
Yeah, especially because Echo is now a Ice Rod and Bits from Ped access. And we're off the desert for Amarith. This is about the Dex densest play besides the Mountain. I counted 6 items locked beat with this, essentially. 2 in Desert, Desert Ledge, Akina, and Pyramid Fairy. Forgot Balbo's Tablet, which effectively makes it 7 checks routed together in relatively quick order. Assuming we can beat this, of course, because we don't have boots. And even if it is boots locked, that would be good info for her. I think the small key and the big key in the first 2 checks. And a map. Oh dear. I didn't actually catch what. I don't think I have to check the torch yet, as that's green pendant for Echo.
Yeah, no, Amarith went to the right for the center. So okay, we can get torch check. Let's see, is that anything? Nope, don't care about that. So
Okay, just the compass. Nice.
So definitely not boots locked or anything.
Not in the slightest. Big chest is 20 bucks. I was about to say, if it's a vanilla glove in here, that'd be a little bit of a rude place to put the mitt. Saha's also worthless, just a heart piece. nothing on Desert Ledge, so Amarith is just going to go to the back. It is 1 item on Landmost and 2 items on Pyramid Ferry will be accessible after this. And I think this is just a straight up mountain play for Echo. Gonna put off Skull Woods for the moment, it looks like.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, losing the books, I can't do Ether Tablet, but that's not too long to get back to that if needed.
No, and from his perspective, it makes sense. He obviously doesn't know where the book is on Moth, and it's only 2 items on Skull Woods versus, well, for him it'll be 14 on the mountain. Nope, Kirby fan, we don't know the pet. Amarith got book off Moth and did not mirror to check the pet. Oh, that's a slightly gross spot for a flute on Spec Rock. And a powder in Spec Rock.
Probably going to be getting both of those, so yep. Because the bat is in perfect logical play with that, so. Well, at least that will pair up well with Smith Chain once they get mitts.
Yeah, that is something. But otherwise, powder not currently of much use. Unless, of course, mitts are on the magic bat, which would be rude. Landmost done for Amarith. This is safe put to Link's house. I'd imagine this is a Pyramid Ferry check. And actually Shroom check.
Okay, Echo gonna take at least a quick dip in the first couple checks in Hera, Pendant Hera. Okay, just big key. So it is clearable.
Just a heart container on the shroom, and Amarith is gonna reset here, gonna see if Scum's a mushroom for a potential fake powder, since she obviously doesn't know where the powder is.
Yeah, so we saw one item in here. I'm not gonna bother with going into. Yeah, this is red pendant hair is not very attractive. Nothing on the island. Okay. $50 on the island.
And this is now Pyramid Ferry for Amarith as Echo heads for Spiral Cave into Paradox, I assume, with this route. Nothing on Spiral Cave, so we're down to obviously 7 checks in Paradox. Then we've got the other item in Hera and Spike Cave left outstanding on the mountain that are currently accessible to Echo.
So Pyramid Fairies miss. Upper Paradox, so there's a single arrow. Okay. And, oh, Oh, well, there we go.
There we go.
There's Mitz. Okay, so not exiting the mountain yet. So that's all of Dark Death Mountain.
Yep.
That is Dark Death Mountain. Possible TR access, depending if it's Quake or not.
Echo is praying that it is not Quake, I'd imagine, in this situation, just to make the choice easy. 'Cause otherwise, they can do just about all of TR, but do they want to do so? Maybe not. Especially because I wouldn't do so right now, because all of Ice is available, and you're a book or boots or hookshot from Meyer. But it is an option.
I mean, just Blue Pendant. I think it's Blue Pendant TR.
It
And
is.
it's oh boy.
Oh.
Well,
You'll at least open the door, but
because Hookshot Cave is not accessible. Oh, this I'm wondering. Well, if you're up here, well, you gotta do Super Bunny first, okay?
you absolutely do Super Buddy.
Oh boy.
We do not know the Meyer medallion. We just got Mitz a minute ago. We might be hookshot from Go mode. I don't see dipping TR when there's so much to do. Yeah, that's also true, Oro. I also just don't know. I was thinking about this earlier, but I don't know what our runner's level of comfort is with Master Sword Silverless Ganon, because we're still on Master's regular bow here. As Amarith is going to head for the mountain now, having gone back to Zelda Self for that one item left in Escape, and found whatever level of junk was in it.
We're not getting a save quit here, so we might be getting a TR play here.
I think it's at least worth checking the first 4 check. First 4, because they're pretty quick. Whether or not you continue is a really hard question, though, here from Echo's position.
Yeah,
Amarith won't have this option, because she doesn't have the cane from Eastern.
Yeah, because
He does, however, have the ability to do Ether Tablet, which could be big.
I think this could be taken all the way to Laser Bridge, and never know, you might find Hookshot in the back. You know, some logical progression, and that's not what you're going to want to see.
Oh no, it is definitely not, as this is a banger of a Zelda theme here for Echo and TR.
Yeah, good place to put Gerudo Valley. I'll be listening to this for a little while. This is a long enough dungeon here.
Yeah. I know I'm quite tired, even though OTR is actually my main game, I entirely spaz this as the Gerudo Valley theme. Whoops! But it is a very good one. I haven't heard this one in this particular remix in a bit, so I'm going to enjoy it here in TR. We got 2 keys on the Fire Relic side and a big key, so no items in the first 3 checks for Echo, which...
Yeah, that's gonna probably push towards Laser Bridge.
Yeah, that means it's gonna be more, well, it doesn't inherently skew items towards the back for Laser Bridge because you're not gonna find big key back there anyway, but that does lessen the chance of having a small key in the back there.
Alright, Ether Tablet. Is this anything? Nope. So that's nothing.
That's good for Echo, because that's going to be a very late check. Ooh, Tempered is not maybe necessarily required, but a very nice find for Echo there on the chain chomps.
Yeah, definitely don't want to risk you said Master Sword Silverless is never pretty, but Tempered Sword is kind of your bread and butter. Much easier to do Ganon.
Sure.
Alright,
Yeah,
so
I think
let's-
Echo at this point is committed to Laser Bridge, which, if you go in, it's hard to leave, especially when you get nothing in the front and a small key on lava chest. All the items are apparently in the back.
Spike Cave also missing. Just a red 20, so... Yeah, so if you've gone this far, you're probably just, committed to the back. You got Mimic Cave on top of it, so it's an extra check on top of that. At this point,
Yeah.
if you find Ice Rod, it's like, just, you may as well clear out, get the blue pendant, because if by some chance you... actually, Echo would just do blind pet pull at that point. Would probably even consider clearing Hera and then just do blind pet pull.
I might, yeah, because you're already up here. Like, if you're gonna go that far, just go the whole way. Amarith activating her flute. I was more looking at TR on Echo's side, so I did miss it. Did Amarith actually pick up the mitts? Because you're not marking her personal tracker or the restream tracker.
Wait, did she do Paradox Cave?
That's what I'm trying to work out, is to get a map in the big chests of TR for more not items for Echo.
Oh boy.
Oh, hookshot on Magic Bat. And Amarith did not go to Paradox, which is interesting, because she's going to go clear Swamp here, which is progression, that's fine. But she's going to have to make another trip up the mountain for that, for those mitts. I'm a little confused why Amarith bailed from Paradox, I'll be honest. Milk, like, flute and powder were that appealing, but maybe Amarith feels behind?
Yeah, because without those mitts, because otherwise you would have been able to do start Mire area. Hookshot Cave is not actually now in play, so.
Yeah, and as Chad points out, that may be no mode for us, since that depends on the Moira Medallion and what's on the GT Torch. Yeah, okay, Aurora confirming in chat, Amarith just did West DM, got one item from Hera, this Spike Cave, and plus Ether Tablet, and then save quit. Which, I'll make a note of that if we interview her, because I'm interested by that play. It's, when you're that low on items, the fluid powder really didn't open much for Amarith. Laser Bridge for Echo has some bombs, a compass, and a health magic refill here for the cape. Fire shield for Amarith, small key, Echo, and oh, this is a problem.
Probably need to go for the safety exit at this point.
I would, yeah, I would not risk it.
Okay, that's fine. Just get some health, a little bit of a health refill. Try again. I mean, at least it wasn't one of the middle chests, because that you wouldn't be able to. There we go. So really
and just
nothing.
some bombs.
Oh, there.
And that's nice rod and swamp, not hookshot lock for what it's worth. Echo, you haven't activated your flute yet. Any chance Amarith goes to Eastern before going back to the mountain? There's an argument to be made for that, I'll be honest, Oro. It's 4 checks. And that's a cane, which doesn't do anything. There's an argument to be made, Oro, with no mitts. I could see Amarith going to Eastern before the mountain. Cane is in Eastern. For the red cane, that is.
Yeah, the problem is she didn't do it right after Pond. That would have been the best time to do it. Now it's a kind of a bit of a trip to get back there. I mean, you could probably just float over. That's shorten some of the travel time.
Yeah, we did. We were discussing that a little bit when Amarith found the mirror in Pod, because she was the first one in. But that's a tricky choice, I think. We're back to Amarith's Sonic. Echo gonna take that newly acquired flute and newly acquired and activated flute, and going to go do a bit of cleanup, it looks like, turning in this powder, which I think is a heart container. So we get a potion, which makes sense.
Fine. Some refills. Yeah, you got plenty of cash, just use it up and then. Okay, Argus down. No, just map. And, should probably start Smith Chain next here.
Or a
No,
Echo,
Meyer.
possibly.
Okay, Meyer. Looks like Meyer. Okay, fine.
In Meyer Desert, you want knowledge on what the Meyer medallion is. This makes sense, and whether or not Desert's boots locked. And okay, Amarith skipped left side earlier, being mitts from potential go mode. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's Ether. The vanilla medallions.
Yep. Now, is that under the doormat here? Because the game likes to do that sometimes. Nope,
Not at
quite
least
for
not the immediate, so we
selection.
got checkerboard still. I think Amarith going back for left side swamp.
And not checkerboard cave either, just a heart container there for Echo.
Yeah, you don't really have that good of a seed when you don't know where boots are, and at this point they may very well be in GT. Since
They might, yeah.
Desert's not boots locked, so GT boots that's never friendly. The whole seed you gotta spend walking.
No, and at this point, I was kind of figuring how this seed wasn't particularly terrible or speedy. Well, it's turned out a little trolly at this point. Our no silvers and our temperate swords and pendant TR, which is not ideal. Hookshot on magic bat's a little annoying. And that cane's might be a bit of an issue for Amarith. Not like Amarith currently has the crystal lead, but I wouldn't call it a definitive lead at this point of the time. She'll get back to those mids eventually. She's only got so many checks in the game available to her. But that cane might be a bit longer, depending on whether she goes eastern or back to the mountain first. Echo did not check that while activating Flute, no, Oro. If they had, they'd be an ether from go mode, naturally.
Probably the next best chance would be if they do Smith Chain.
And I think they would route Smith Chain with Skull Woods, most likely. Which, that'll be a little bit, because I think Echo's gonna clear Meyer, Or sorry, not clear Mire. Beat Desert, can't do Mire. Duh. Beat Mire, probably clear Ice, and then go look at Skull Woods. I don't think Echo's going into Swamp without a hookshot at this point in time. As Amarith is going up the mountain again before going to Eastern, which does make sense for the density, but it does put that cane even further behind for her.
Yeah, because Mitts are gonna... Yeah, it's definitely gonna pull her away from Eastern. I mean, the good thing here is it would keep her out of TR. Granted, that's losing the sword, and we don't know what Pedestal is. I mean, if Pedestal is Ether, that's gonna be really bad. Well, we're actually going to get some new checks on Amarith's end with the Hookshot Cave. So, I mean, it could have something in it. Alright, so Echo giving us our first look into Ice Palace. We got Hookshot Cave here, Amarith's End. Let's see, anything comes out with these new checks. Let's see. Just a bottle in Hookshot Cave, so that's not the answer. Echo hasn't picked up the hookshot from Magic Bat, but luckily has Samaria, so can Icebreaker around. I'm trying to see if this, if Ice Palace is logically hookshot locked or not. Amarith's just going through the Meyer checks. Not too much there. Oh, they're boots. Okay. And there's Ether. Alright, so that's good. So that's Meyer access. That's actually full cleared now. That's all the items in ice. And I'm trying to think. This might have been hook shot locked. Amarith also into ice. Should be picking up those goods as well. So this should be... I think we know everything. Alright, so at least Temperate Sword will make Cold Stare more manageable. There we go. It's Cold Stare down on Echo's side. So I think what they need to do is gotta do Magic Bat. And I think that might be it on Echo's end. Because that would give, yeah, Swamp, Skullwoods, Myers full cleared. So just has to do that one step there.
Lou?
Hello, welcome back.
Welcome back. Okay, thank you. Apologies for that, chat. My internet crashed. Let's see. We found Ether and Boots in the past 5 minutes?
Yeah, Ice Palace has pretty much hit most of the rest of the stuff, so I think we're in no mode. The two freezer chests had Boots, big chest had Ether. I think this is hookshot locked, logically. But yeah, I think we're in no mode right now. So Echo just needs to do Magic Bat. Amarith's got to step into Pendant Eastern.
Yeah, which is gonna be tricky for her, honestly, especially because Boots and Boots and Ether and ice here, that just opens up more stuff for her to do that is not Eastern, unfortunately. She'll be able to skip out on TR, which will help. She's going to lose a bit of time here to doing non-Icebreaker Ice Palace. And then obviously, yeah.
She's gonna need to find either the other sword or silver somewhere, otherwise it's gonna be Master Sword silverless.
Yeah, and that's not going to be a fun time for Amarith. Okay. Meyer, not a God Meyer, unfortunately, which... well, I obviously I did not see Ice Palace, and I'm kind of bad with Ice Palace key logic, and at least I don't have I can't actually remember how to tell if Ice Palace is hookshot locked. But even if Echo did know that, it might not matter if the big key's vanilla here anyway, which it might be at this rate. Or on Map Justice, there's Ether for Amarith.
The other
Which,
key, I believe was iced tea chest, and I don't think you can get to that normally because I think if it's not in the first chest or the 2 freezer chests, if you don't have a small key there, I think it's hookshot locked.
gotcha.
Because one key was, I believe, vanilla, and the other one is out of the way. Yeah, I don't think you can get to it without the hookshot in some way to get a key. Okay, it's gonna be a little bit tougher for Amarith. Doesn't have that tempered sword. I think she has potions, though. I think she has potions.
She might have one or two, yeah. They turn in the mushrooms. I assume that one too then. And... yeah, this is the other thing too, is just she will be losing a little bit of time here and to Vidi if she doesn't pick, because, yeah, she's not going to get that tempered out of TR. And I think with the rate we're going with the dungeons we've seen, Amarith's best chance for another sword or silvers will be GT. Between the two runners, we've seen just about all of our crystal dungeon checks, aside from the last item in Lighter, I think is about it. I think there's some... we've got map chest and video left in Lighter. And, okay, that is... okay, so that isn't... that's kind of in a not ideal spot for Amarith, because Vicky is vanilla in Lighter, and she might not want to go map chest for it, looking for a sword there.
I mean, if she ends up doing...
if she does Caneless Mire, that'll
yeah.
be fine, actually. Yes.
Yeah, I was thinking that she might be doing that, so... but if she goes Eastern and gets the cane, then yeah, she might skip that sword, and... well, then she's gotta find silvers. And even then, Master Sword Silvers is still kind of hard because of the first 2 phases.
Absolutely. Amarith, for the moment, a little reluctant to go into Pendant, or not Pendant, Caneless Mire, which is understandable. Oh, hey, silvers. That's good. Okay,
so that at least will simplify the back half of Ganon. Vitreous is free. Okay, so at least that'll help with that.
That will definitely help. And it's also just worth noting that Amarith does have the lead on crystals as well. Skill Woods will be fast for... could be fast for Echo. Amarith's gonna, yeah, just do cleanup. Really doesn't want to take Mire without without the cane. And on the other side, yeah, Echo will be able to go mode Swamp, right? I assume they're, at least they're going to do Smith Chain before Swamp Palace at any rate. And has just picked up the crystal off of Vidi. And this is into Mire for Amarith, so we'll be getting that sword here. Quick squat moves for Echo.
Yeah, Echo's got a pretty good route here. Probably can just do
Skull Woods to Smith Chain, yeah.
Yeah, because that would take them down to Swamp at the end. I mean, you'll get that hookshot actually in the middle of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Oro is right here in chat that Amarith just, Amarith is just going to run out of checks faster than Echo will, and has more dungeons done for Amarith. Because Kane is also the first chest of Eastern, which is very, very fast. So Echo's gonna full clear Skull Woods. Unfortunately, the second item, the first item is the book on Moth, so Echo may do a ped check. Echo might do a ped check, but the second item from Skull Woods is in the pinball room, and that's gonna be the last check in there for Echo. And then has to do Magic Bat, which will be rattled with Smith Chain, I'd assume, after this. And Amarith will have the silvers advantage. Temperate silvers versus butter, no silvers. Temperate silvers takes this is the speedier of the two.
Yeah, very slightly. I think if you could do a skillful phase 4, the silvers are a little bit faster, but not much. Especially if tempered, you cannot 1-in-1 quickly. If you can do 1-in-1, you're fine. But Gold Sword just makes it free.
Mouth down for Echo. Maybe a little nervous, but got through it. And that is crystal number 6. It's tempered for Amarith. This is a pet check for Echo. Let's see where Amarith feeds to.
Okay, well, pet really can't be anything. Yeah, just couch cash it. I don't think there's anything it could be that would be of any use.
No, we've seen every major item in the game except for a Bugnet, I guess?
Bugnet, Bombos, maybe, but they don't care about
Bombos,
that.
Bugnet, Bottle, I guess, half magic, there's not much. I mean,
Shields, yeah, that's they're just there. It could be know where silvers are.
we have Red Shield too, so it's just the Mirror Shield that's outstanding. Second shield is in Swamp, I think, for Amarith. But Amarith is gonna. This is. Not so much for Amarith, that Amarith is going to go clear Smith Chain first before Eastern. And I guess technically I could see 2 different routes for Echo coming out of Skullwoods. They could go south to Smith Chain, or could go east first, because they haven't done Graveyard Ledge, King's Tomb, or Bonk Rocks, which they could route the 3 together. Let's get the bomb jump. And Amarith's gonna clean up Zora, just cleaning up all the loose end checks that were left behind earlier. There's not much left for her. Chat can't see, but on her personal tracker, looks like she's got Zora, the second item in Hera, and Eastern are Amarith's outstanding checks.
You're just waiting to see when she'll take the go into Eastern.
And Echo is going to actually go check Pyramid Fairy here first, which... take a look in Hookshotless Swamp, which I think is... maybe? Okay, Bombus Tablet first, anyway, as that's Zora done for Amarith.
Yeah, this little confused. Why not just do Smith Chain and route it down into this?
Me too, for
It's
Echo,
just
I'll be honest. As Amarith's back on the mountain, which is also where she needs to not be going. I have to imagine, I guess, that both runners feel behind at this point.
Yeah, I mean, if we start seeing like Hera base or Hera, or just doing Hera in general, Amarith could do full TR, and like you're really going for the that corner checks at this point.
No, Amarith's got Kane Go mode. TR is not a concern, at least for her.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Hookshotless Swamp, on the other hand, is for Echo. But yeah, I would have done either Graveyard Ledge, King's Tomb, and Bonkrax or Smith Chain coming out of Skill Woods for Echo. Echo perhaps feeling behind, trying to skip that and just head for Hookshotless Swamp, which unfortunately we know will not pay off. Ice Rod was in the front too. I don't think they're just going to go all the way back to Tridex at least, but if he really felt gutsy, they could do that.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna like seeing that Ice Rod, and it's like that's really bad. That's a long way for just that one check.
I know. I think I would still, even if you feel behind, I don't think I'd do that for Smith Chain, but it's certainly not something they want to see, at any rate. Moth going down with no trouble there on for Amarith. Yeah, you.
I mean, she has
even though the pendant will actually do nothing for Amarith because she knows she's in Kane Go mode.
Alright, you got Hera Basement. You know, we might be able to find some of these loose items we haven't found yet. You know, maybe you could just find like half-cost magic here or something, which, you know, that's nice, that's convenient. Okay, there's that Ice Rod, probably not wanting to see that.
No, Echo definitely does not want to see that. Nope, just a heart piece in the Hera Basement.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking at everything. It's like literally just Eastern at this point.
Yeah, so Amarith will begin Go mode here in short order because the cane is the first chest, and Amarith is looking to take the lead here unless something goes very, very interesting for her. Which I'd be surprised by at 12 hearts, temperate silvers.
Yeah, Ganon isn't going to be an issue. I mean, she could just go buy potions. We've got a few bottles, you could definitely just fill up. play it safe.
Has a flute and 1,335 rupees. Yeah, that's not gonna be has plenty of money for potions.
Yeah,
And that is good.
Yep, go mode for Amarith, 134. So, should just be... Well, let's see if she could find some potions first. No, it just goes Rushmire, that's fine. Maybe she already bought potions earlier or something.
Here's the big key for Echo. So it's going to be the big chest, and then we'll see where Echo goes looking for this hookshot. Man, if Echo had gotten Smith Chain after Skull Woods, this would be a very close race, I think. But nope. Hookshot-less Swamp, unfortunately, was not the answer today for Echo. Now, where is Echo going?
And this one now it's by Pyramid Fairy.
Oh yeah, I've done that before.
It looks like on this tracker still got a lot of green, so there's a lot of stuff that can distract them from Smith Chain. That's got to be coming up at some point.
Yeah, it looks like according to their personal tracker, there's the other check in Hera, Ether Tablet, Spike Cave, Hookshot Cave, Trinex, Pyramid Fairy here, Stumpy, that's Hammerpeg's Purple Chest, Magic Bats, yeah, the entire Smith Chain, K45, and, well, Library, which we know is the Shuffle.
Yeah, so I think probably the most density is going to be in that area. But if we start the Smith Chain, that's going to get the hookshot right away.
Absolutely, yes. Pity for Amarith. Silver's making quick work of the boss. See this screen terribly often for Echo, but this is a playback to CAC, it looks like. Or not, Kingston would look instead. Okay, prove me wrong.
Oh, you might actually end up getting silvers. You're starting to run all the boots checks.
Yeah. It's also entirely possible Echo's brain has just turned off. It's 1 AM for us. Listen, actually, next I'm trying to remember what time zone that would be for that. It's half an hour to midnight here on the East Coast. Yeah, that's the other thing with that for Echo here is that Graveyard Ledge is going to be her last located at this rate. Well, maybe before Trinex, but pretty darn her near last location, as there's the silvers. Or in Newfoundland. Ah, gotcha. Next, that would do it. Yeah, time zone shenanigans. One's a weird time zone.
Well, at least Amarith never needed to get TR at all, so that does save quite a few minutes there.
Yeah, that's definitely part of the difference here between our runners. As it looks like Echo's about to hit go mode. Gonna grab the Smith and then head over to Hammerpegs and Magic Bat with this route. Acts 1 and 2. Forgot to do a guessing game, but neither of those were the big key. Amarith's a little low on magic here, and I don't think she meant to have the cane on her Y button. There we go. Uses a bomb instead. Or not cane, fire rod. I think she thought that was a cane, but it was the fire rod, which doesn't do anything for that switch. Loopy, heart container, bombs, and damage. As that is good one for Echo. I do enjoy the see, sorry, as we see just a key on the torch. Small key.
Doesn't look like enough magic to use ether there.
Don't think so, no. Still no big key. Gonna keep on going here.
Alright, so coming on check 13.
Is nothing, 15 is the big key, 16 and 17 great. 15 hearts, temperate, silvers, and earth will be fine, with red mail too.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
and
not
we get a
really...
music change here in the climb.
Yeah, not really much to check the top of GT4. The only thing is probably gonna be half cost magic. Oh hey, magic feels nice.
That is convenient. Yeah, half magic or yeah, butter wouldn't do a whole lot at this point.
Good gauntlet for Amarith. Into Lambo 2.
As Echo has picked up their 7th crystal. 2 cycle Lano's not too bad for Amarith.
Echo about to make their way into GT. Amarith just on Moldor 2. Okay, easy fight there. Probably will check this chest here. No, not gonna. Okay. Yeah, there's really nothing much. The only thing that might help is half cost magic, but with silvers, this shouldn't be an issue.
No, should be pretty straightforward here at the end.
Triple there, yep, good finish with that, and that triple. Into Ganon fight. Temper Sword, much easier to do this. And, okay, got the phase 1 fight. That's a decent position. Should be able to get 1-1 on this.
There we are for Amarith here. GG's. She is going to take her 3rd winning group with an official race time.gg time of 1:48.55. You'll be getting both runners in for an interview here. Echo will be finishing it out, but we'll interview them both here while Echo finishes up on race stream. Both in. And GG's to our 2 runners. Joined by Amarith and Echo here. And if either of you are saying anything, we can't hear either of you.
Oh nope, I was still scurrying around with things. GG.
Yes, GG's as well.
Oh,
Alright, so
I love Sphere 1.
what do you think about this seed?
Oh, looking back at it and where everything kind of laid, that hookshot kind of saved me a little bit against Echo.
Actually, it was Echo's go mode.
It was, yeah.
Because I don't know when you found Samaria, but yeah.
Right after pause, the answer is because I think one of the things that really played into routing for you both is that you did Thieves Town and then Pod, or no, you did Pod the Thieves Town and Amarith. Echo more or less did the reverse. And by the time Echo got to Pod, there was just a lot less to do, which I would imagine might be one of the reasons that sent you to Eastern.
Yeah. And I figured I'd clear up that area and just not to go back there ever again. If there's something in Eastern.
Yeah, that made sense, because yeah, we saw a pod first from Amarith, and I know I did a bit of a double take, and like, I'm not really sure that mirrors what you want to find in there. Because that opened up the choice of do you go into Eastern or not at the time there, which obviously for you, Amarith, you hadn't really done Skullwood Steve's Town yet, so you had other things to do. But
Yeah, I considered it heavily, but I was just like, nah. What could possibly be an Eastern?
yeah, because one of the things it saved you from was Echo. You both ended up near last locationing Mountain for progression at about the same time, and Echo did take that cane and mid straight into TR. And full clear for basically just a tempered sword on chain tops.
Hmm. Yeah, I was hoping to avoid going into TR like at all. So like, I'm kind of glad that Samaria was my go mode, but also like, that hurt a little.
You did end up having to do his Palace bomb jump there, and double dip to Meyer as well. So that got you your tempered, which was nice. A little concerned about where tempered and or butter and silvers were, since we knew you were never going to get the one out of TR, Amarith. The King go moon.
Yeah.
Getting stuck with like potential Master Sword Silverless. We were thinking like, man, that thought could be fun at all. And then you found Temper. I'm like, okay, that's now kind of bread and butter. Temper Sword Silverless, and then you ended up finding silvers on Bonk Rocks. So I was like, okay, well, this is pretty much free now. Don't have to worry too much about Ganon fight anymore.
Yeah, I was really happy finding those, but still, it's just like the leading up to everything, just like, oh man, when's Echo gonna finish ahead of me? I just feel like a total idiot. Like, where is this stupid Samaria?
Yeah, I do actually have a question for you, Amarith, because I found this play rather interesting of yours, is that you both end up going up the mountain as in your last location at about the same time. Echo just cleared the entire place in one trip, including TR basically, except for Ether, Tablet, and Old Worm, more or less, for Hera Basement, because you didn't have the book at the time, Echo. Echo went up the mountain before Skullwood, since it was just 2 checks there. But on your side, Amarith, you got the food, you got the powder, you did Terra, you did Spike Game, and you left without your mitts.
If anyone knows me and knows me well, they know that I'm super paranoid of Spike Cave. And since that was a save and quit point anyway, it was just like, well, let's use that to activate the flute. And I don't quite want to go back to the mountain just yet, because I feel like I could find something else off mountain.
Yeah, I was just curious because there wasn't a lot open off the mountain for you without bits.
Because it was at the time it was okay, go activate the flute, go do bat real quick, and then just like the plan was at that time before hookshot showed up was okay, go back to mountain.
Yeah, because
that's
why I was curious, because I was like, at the time, like, Flute Powder really just opened bat, and then, of course, the hookshot showed up, and that changed plans a bit.
Yeah, because the plan was to just use the Spike Cave as a saving quit point, go activate the flute, so that way that was already done. Once I was done with the mountain, I could just go to, like, Meyer, because myths were sure to show up somewhere.
Right.
Yeah, you got hookshot. That actually at least made the trip back a bit easier. You don't have to go across the top now. You just go across the bottom and get to Paradox for myths, and then you just end up pairing Hookshot Cave while you're at it. So at least you manage to get that out of the way.
Yeah, it was an interesting scene. It was hard to tell who might have been ahead for a while, because Hookshot versus, like, Myths and the Hookshot versus that Cane and different routing there. You got your crystals in a rather different order. But it did end up ultimately being in your favor, Amarith there. Not dipping TR helped a lot with your time.
Yeah, TR will do that.
But it very well could have paid off. We were just discussing, like, this is either a really big play or really not a play for Echo, depending on whether there's anything in it. And unfortunately, just a Tempered Sword in there, and it was a 4th sword and silvers available, so...
Yeah, in my round, the entire time, I was just thinking to myself, don't open TR, don't open TR, don't open up TR, get everything else first.
Did end up being the correct play there. Final collection rate we can see on screen was a 169 for you, as Echo is almost done with Ganon on the other side. Chat, if you have any questions for your runners, please let us know in chat. But I'm kind of running out of questions. Do you have any picks?
Really, it's okay. There's the Ganon down on Echo's sides, finishing off this. But yeah, the Samaria, yes, not bad for Gomo. At least that blocked TR off for you, so it saved probably at least a few minutes there. I mean, the seat could have been a lot worse. Imagine if Ether had been on pedestal, this would have been probably a nightmare for both of you, because definitely would have last location. Everything had forced to do all pendants. Ice Rod and Swamp was probably not what you wanted to see. It's like, no, I don't want to put pendant TR and Trinex in the launcher.
Yeah, when I was going through Swamp trying to find my hookshot and I got that Ice Rod, I was very worried about that item on Trinex.
Yeah, I can imagine. You'd done all the rest but Trinex, and it's like, oh, well, that exists now. Your Ice Rod wasn't in GT, but it didn't end up being that.
Yeah, luckily pedestal ended up being empty. I think Echo, you did Skull first, so I guess maybe it was just because you got the book from Moth, and we were kind of thinking, okay, maybe we could just do a quick pet scout, just make sure that it wasn't anything big on it.
Mm-hmm. Titles wasn't required. Aga 1 wasn't required with it. We knew that one early, just some money. Money itself, a little bit of a problem in the early game, but by the late game, that was not an issue. You had plenty of equipment for Ganon. Silvers for both, red mail, at least over a dozen hearts for both of you, tempered and butter, so that was all pretty fine.
And that red mail was super early too. It was just like, oh, wow, okay.
You
This
got
is
it
gonna
like
be
5 minutes
not
in out
bad.
of the well, yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to think, hoping a mirror comes up because you're not going to want to do death warping with red mail but mirror and pawn. I was like, oh, well, that's convenient. Now you can just go into dark maze, mirror out, and you don't have to waste time death warping on that one.
Which it was, but it then also posed the question of going eastern, and that obviously was one of the pivoting points of this seed, so pros and cons there. No, overall, GG's to you both. This does unfortunately put you to 06 Echo, but I hope you had a good time in the CC this year.
I absolutely did.
Hey, fun's what it's all about, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. And on your side, Amarith, basically, because this I got a little confused looking at the challenge because it's a little bit out of your date for your group. It does need an update. With Karma, Ivy Karma being 6-0 and Echo being 06, Amarith, you and Craze Gamer are effectively in a best of 3 race for the last spot for second place in the group.
Yep, it's gonna come down to what happens tomorrow. If Crazy Gamer wins, it puts us to game 3. If I win, then I'm home free and don't have to touch the evil mode.
I actually didn't read that hard into what the mode for the tiebreak race would be, but that would make sense that it would be the whatever race mode you two didn't play in your first 2 games.
I'm like 90% certain that that's right.
Yeah, I think now that you say that, that does make sense because yeah, the way that tiebreakers work is you're now 3-2. Crazed Gamer is 2-4, and if you both go 3-3, the tiebreakers in order go record against the highest ranking of the remaining 2 players in the group, which is IB Karma, and you both lost to them. And then it goes the record against the 4th player in the group, which you both beat Echo 2-0, and then because yeah, and then you and Crazed Gamer would split with each other 1-1 if Crazed wins tomorrow. So then yeah, that goes to a game 3.
Yeah,
Yeah, may or may not
I
have
was hoping.
memorized this tournament's rule breaker tiebreaker rules for other groups by this point.
Yeah, I was hoping to peel one off of Karma, but it just wasn't. It just wasn't there.
Yeah, good luck tomorrow, and if needed, good luck in that game 3. That'll be at 9 p.m. Eastern, I believe, tomorrow for you versus Crazed Gamer.
Yes.
And then
Yes,
we'll
good
see
luck in
about
that
that.
race.
I'm probably gonna need it, especially with
Good luck,
the way that I
yeah.
last located today. Yeah.
Yeah, just gotta
It's
brush
gonna
off
be another open seed, so that'll be something.
kind of brush off this one and just good luck. See, hopefully the next one is just a little bit more straightforward. Although that's its own risk because if it comes down to execution, that's its own danger. It's you gotta not make those. You gotta be able to perform at that point if it's just straight up execution.
Yeah, for sure. Um, yeah, I think otherwise not much in the way of comments here. Please give both of our runners a follow, Amarith and Echo. Thank you to Pixcalibur for joining me on commentary. And sorry for ditching you for 5 minutes there. If you watch us back, my internet crashes a little over the hour mark, and it takes me 5 minutes to get it back. So I did live for Pix on their lonesome for a bit.
Yeah,
And
don't
thank you
worry
to
about
Lady
it.
Laura, and thank you to Lady Laura Linda for doing the tracking tonight. Coming up here over the weekend, this is the final weekend of the group stage for the Challenge Cup. We do have 3 races remaining in regular groups, not counting tiebreakers, all of which I believe do have bracket implications. Um. Okay, yeah. So well, 2 of them do. The third one is for first place, it looks like. Duke Firebird is Ovidius Nasa racing in Group B at 10 o'clock in the morning Eastern tomorrow in 80 keys. At 1 p.m. Eastern, we have Ridley versus Dragon versus Captain 1977. That is Group D at 80 keys again. That one does have most of a crew, so we're looking for either a commentator or a tracker to fly the restream crew, and that one will determine if we have that one. It also could turn into a tiebreaker race as well between Ecto. That'll be Captain versus Lucien Reith if in that group if it works out that way, and then of course Amarith versus Crazed Gamer at 9 p.m. Eastern tomorrow as well. But for now, that is going to be it here for us tonight. Let's see. Any final words from you all before I send us off to a retarget?
Nope, nothing on my end.
Nothing over here either.
Jury's out.
All right. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a good night.